What's the news?
Previously on Knife Throwing Simulator.
Not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we
Well, this is
understand
the
each other
first
clearly,
real
I
cutscene
don't
we
trust
see
you,
Krauser
nor does
in the
Wesker.
original game,
If
right?
you try to
Yep.
do anything clever, I will kill you.
Yeah, and as everyone can tell,
You
his
know,
voice is
I met
way
Wesker
deeper in
long
the original
before-
version.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah. We'll
He's
see.
also working for not Sadler this time. Oh, welcome back to Resident Evil 4. After Ashley gets taken away in the original game, we cut to that cutscene of Krauser and Ada, where we find out they're both working for Wesker.
And people say that this was a total reboot with no prior connection to the series. That being said, what is a first-time player meant to get out of that cutscene? Because its only real purpose is to name-drop Wesker. As if to say,
Pretty
yes,
much.
this is still the old canon, even with new gameplay.
I would not be surprised if, like, they had, bigger ideas for that to fit into, like, the greater Resident Evil canon. But, you know, Resident Evil 4's, development hell kinda got things a little weird.
Oh, are you gonna go to the radio tower? Which I mentioned earlier?
Oh, I might. I don't remember if it's, in this footage, but I did go there when I was recording. I don't remember if I put that in, though.
I hope you had a flashbang ready. Ooh, I don't see one.
I don't.
Ugh. There's so many birds up there. I couldn't even see that guy in the commentary encode.
Yeah, it is very foggy, and that does not play nice with the low bit rate.
Just shooting at that blob of 5 pixels over there.
Just take my word for it. There was a dude up there. Hey, flash grenade.
Okay, good. Now don't use it until the birds.
There was a non-zero chance I didn't even like think to do that though.
Rip.
And in case it wasn't obvious, in the original, the automatic weapons have very little penetrating power against shields, and that includes the automatic New Game Plus weapon that you get that has infinite ammo, and it still sucks against shields.
That's unfortunate.
Meanwhile, I'm just waiting for these militiamen to, like, say some of their old lines, because,
You mean like,
there's
I love that line.
There's one where they're screaming out something, and it sounds like they're talking about a cookie.
Oh wait, maybe we missed it. It might have been in the previous chapter, the radio tower.
Oh, maybe.
Ah,
maybe.
dang.
Because I think we're actually coming up on a quote boss fight.
We're coming up on something special.
One that is very difficult exactly the first time you play, and then becomes a total joke afterward.
You say that, but when I was recording this, I actually fucked up on when I was recording this because I put the controller down like almost immediately after it started.
Been a long time, comrade. Krauser! I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you? You're the one who kidnapped Ashley! You catch on quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from. You'll have to take my word on this, but I have my eyes closed. What do you want? The sample sadly developed, that's all.
Leave Ashley out of this.
Oh, I needed Krauser by Sadler's trusted me. Like you, I'm American.
And it's right about here that Krauser... Oh no, it's the one after this. Where Krauser and Leon switch knives. And it stays that way for the rest of the game.
You got her
Involved just for that? Yeah. I think that's the same sound effect that he uses for the suplex.
I think it is.
Oh, for Umbrella's sake.
Umbrella?
Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade.
And if you start mashing A here, it actually switches buttons on you. You have to mash B instead. There's a couple other places where he does that.
Ada!
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like
You have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You
Knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time. Wow, it's been about 8 or 9 years since I've narrated along to that cutscene. I haven't lost a step, baby.
Enjoy the reunion with your old friend.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Wonderful.
On my second attempt at recording that QTE fight, I realized that the easiest thing to do is just mash every button on the controller. Like whenever a prompt comes up, and you don't have to care.
That might be something they added in later versions, because also, quotation was the wrong way around.
Can't remember
Around it. But no, I distinctly remember on GameCube, you were punished if you did that. Like, I've tried mashing A, B, and L and R at the same time, and it usually, not always, but it usually fails the QTE.
Well, in this version, at least, it definitely does not care if you get the input wrong.
Again, it's possible that might be something that was added to the later versions. Oh, you gonna show the hall?
Well, I mean, as one of the more notable omissions from the remake, I think I gotta. So, just a hallway with lasers.
I wonder what the inspiration was for this.
Yeah, I believe this is a shout out to like the Wes Anderson movies, or not Wes Anderson. What am I talking about? The live action movies.
Why am I blanking on his name now? Paul W.S. Anderson? Is that it?
Sounds about right.
I think.
Along with an original character, I think her name was Alice, played by Mila Jovovich.
Yes.
There is
Who happens to...
There's a particularly amazing scene in one of the later Resident Evil movies that tries to recreate the Wesker Jill Chris fight from Resident Evil 5. Or sorry, the Wesker Sheva Chris fight. And let's just say that with the constraints of live action and having a low-ish budget, it does not work. In fact, the infamous Red Letter Media clip of the folks losing their minds watching Resident Evil, that is actually that one scene that they were watching.
Gotcha. Anyway, here's the throw that Leon...
Oh, no, I saw it!
Missed an elegant headdress! I think, is that an elegant headdress? It's one of the big treasures that you can sell for 10,000.
Treasure!
If it makes you guys feel any better, like... This is about where I ended this recording session, or this particular recording session, because I just really wanted to go to bed. And then when I loaded up the next day to continue on, I saw on the map, hey, there was treasure over there, so I went back for it.
Do you think that in the world of Resident Evil, the value of a treasure goes up after you've put a bullet hole through it? That can only explain why they're so valuable after shooting them down. These are the questions that keep me up at night, folks.
Well, I mean, I don't know about valuable. I forget what it was, but like I think the crown I sold in the remake for like 100K translated to about 600 USD.
Oh, even better idea. What if those treasures are actually worth millions, but because you shot them down or knifed them, their value decreases considerably, and now you can only sell them for like 20,000?
Yeah, maybe.
Thanks, Luis.
For anyone who wants to watch Thornbrain's Resident Evil 4 LP that she and Travis did, the original, it's worth it just for Travis's narration of the files, because he just goes completely hammy, and it's amazing. And I think Thorn does some as well, and she's pretty good at it.
Anyway, coming up is another omission from the remake. We've got another boss fight.
Now, we've theorized in the past that this boss might have been cut and saved for a future DLC, but we've been saying that for months now, and there's been no sign at all that that DLC is ever coming out.
I mean, maybe they'll say more in a couple months. I don't know. When did they announce like the Winter's expansion relative to Resident Evil Village?
That was about a year, I think.
It hasn't even been 6 months yet, so.
Oh, I guess we should provide context for this next cutscene. In the original, Leon stuck this massive tracking beam to Ashley's back, and somehow Sadler didn't find it until just now.
What is that?
It's a really bad texture.
Wait, how is there wall goo on the outside of the wall if he busted through the wall like Kool-Aid Man?
Shut up, it looks cool.
He was really, really like lubing it up so he could bust through.
Please never say the words lubing it up and this guy in the same place again. There's already enough AO3 out there.
Anyway, this is U3. This is phase 1 of the fight, where we gotta figure out how to get through this shipping container maze while also fending off attacks from him.
So just so we're clear though, you're okay with talking about U3 bustin'?
What now?
You know, because we talked about busting through the wall, and Tem took issue with the lubing up, but not the busting.
Oh.
I hear no complaint.
Okay, so the idea with this fight is once you open the way to the next shipping container, you have 30 seconds to make it back, or make it over there, or you
That was a very unfortunate camera angle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's behind you.
I think I saw it like in the recording. I'm just gonna.
Oh,
There it is.
Please.
So, I can only imagine how difficult shaking the analog stick must be with those Joy-Con analog sticks.
I'm actually using an 8-bit DOE Ultimate controller.
Oh, nice. Although, if you are having trouble with that, you can just rotate the analog stick clockwise or counterclockwise, and it accepts the same input.
Yeah, it's honestly not too bad. Like I think I have played through the whole game like handheld on Switch before. Like it's
Ouch.
fine.
Okay, that's... No, I'm saying ouch because I've tried playing the Switch handheld in other games. It does not fit my hands at all. It is so painful.
Yeah, some games I just cannot play handheld anymore. I do have like an ergonomic grip for my Switch that helps a lot.
Okay, so if you run over to the other side before triggering this, you can throw a grenade in a very specific spot to open the door that the door that you're meant to, like right here. You throw a grenade in a very specific spot, and it'll open the door for you.
I did not know that.
The blast radius of the grenade is just enough to activate the switch.
Seem to be having some trouble.
I'm having trouble getting into the attaché case too.
And that's why the crazy amount of menu optimization or attaché case optimization for New Game Plus is that's part of what makes I would argue New Game Plus speedrunning just as difficult in different ways as New Game. Because you have so many infinite ammo weapons, the standard for execution is much higher.
Gotcha. Anyway, the secret to that one was there was the shipping containers have a passageway for you to go through.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you forget this is the one with the weird tunnel?
Yes. And you know, I kept pointing the camera in such a way that I didn't notice the door. And now we gotta go. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, with the grenade sequence break here, it also means you only have to go through that tunnel once.
That saves a lot of time.
Yep.
Oh, good thing time stopped.
And that this hook just conveniently came down for us. We did it! We survived!
Ah, cool.
And that
The
bunch of
spoils
items was
war.
also added to later versions from PS2 onwards. That was not there on GameCube.
Was it really?
Oh yeah.
I can't believe they didn't think to reward you for defeating that creature on the GameCube. How strange.
Actually, I'm thinking it might be something that was added to the PAL version. Now that I think about it, I'll have to double check that. It definitely was not on NTSC or the Japanese versions. There were a number of strange differences that that PAL added, like the way that the event flags trigger on the village fight on PAL is completely different, and that was carried over to all the other ports.
You mean we didn't defeat him and those weren't spoils of war? I can't believe it.
Yeah, that was the game. I guess the PAL version decided they wanted to make sure you were ready for this fight.
Yep.
But now we have to fight you three for real.
You mean a Resident Evil boss that you thought died came back later for another phase? That's completely unprecedented.
I know, right? So here's my strategy for this. Just like kind of use these gates as a buffer. You may remember the strategy from the Wandering Dead side mission from last video.
Yep.
Interesting that you would turn this into a shooting gallery, and yet you suck at the shooting gallery.
Only in the remake.
Also, I'm standing like maybe 2 yards from my target. That helps a lot.
Oh, for a second I thought you were going to use the magnum on the red barrel.
Fuck no. Like, I may have like 40 something or 37
34.
rounds, but I'm not gonna waste one on the barrel.
What's one more, really? Thank you for showing off the original Broken Butterfly loading animation.
You know what? I wasn't even thinking about that, but I'm glad I got the opportunity to do that.
See, you've become such a good Let's Player over the years that you are always inadvertently thinking about when and where to show things off, even when it's only subconscious.
Yes, exactly. We'll go with that.
Come on, just take the compliment.
Anyway, that's it for you three.
But what about us three? Okay, you can kick me off the LP for that joke.
Look, I made my bad joke before we started recording.
Also, because I definitely don't have footage of this in the LP, I did that thing I did in like episode 2 where I put a yellow herb onto a fresh green herb rather than the green and red that I had in my inventory at some point.
You could hide the evidence, but you do realize we're recording, right? This is a confession.
I know. I just want people to know
This
that like
will
I
be
do
on
this.
the record.
I just do this sometimes, apparently.
We didn't even force this confession. That means it's legit.
This will be presented as evidence in your Let's Play trial.